So let's talk about sleep and how it affects our mental health. Worrying can lead to poor sleep. Poor sleep can lead to worrying. Everyone needs sleep, but many of us have problems with it. Do you guys have trouble with it? You might find it hard to fall asleep or stay asleep or wake up earlier than you want to, otherwise known as insomnia. I know that I struggle with insomnia. You might be more likely to feel anxious, depressed, or suicidal, or be more likely to have psychotic episodes if you have inadequate sleep. For me, I struggle with migraines, and without decent sleep, it can trigger more intense migraines, and I can have them more frequently. Also, it can make you feel more lonely or isolated if you do not have the energy to be around people. You might struggle to concentrate, you might struggle to make plans, you might have difficulty making decisions, you could feel irritable. You could have problems in everyday life, including mental health issues, and that's what we're talking about. Sometimes I can't sleep and my brain is fuzzy and my memory is super icky. I don't have much energy, and the real problem is I just can't get decent sleep. So what causes people to have sleep issues? A lot of times people stress and worry about so many different things. They might be worried about work. They might be worried about their personal life. They might be worried about finances. They might be taking a new medication or coming off or starting a new medication. They might be using recreational drugs or alcohol. They might be working at night. They could have current or past trauma. There is hope. So what can you do to get a better night's sleep? You can try to establish a routine. You can relax before you try to fall asleep. You can fill in a sleep diary. You can try to get more comfortable, maybe get better pillows or mattress or blankets or pillows, or I said pillows. I really like pillows. You could also talk to a therapist. Talking to a therapist and having some CBT could help you work through some of the reasons why you might not be getting any sleep, or why maybe your mental health could be affecting your sleep. Medications could be helpful. Referral to a sleep clinic could be helpful. There's a close relationship, as you can see, between sleep and mental health. And living with mental health problems can affect how well you sleep or how much poor sleep you have. And that could have a definite negative impact on your mental health. So all I'm saying is, let's try to get some sleep. So I'm going to use some tactics here to try to get a better night's sleep in Alaska, where we are having lots and lots of light. So let me show you a couple things of what I've tried to help me have a better night's sleep. Sometimes I use some sort of scent to put on top of my pillows and blankets, and that signals my body that it's time to relax and fall asleep. I've been doing this for about a year and a half with the same scent, and I feel like it really does something for the senses to signal my brain that it's time to go to sleep. Another weird thing that I do that helps me sleep, or I don't know, probably helps it so I don't wake up as often, I kind of limit my water before going to bed, because I gotta pee, and I gotta pee often if I'm really hydrating myself before bed. So if I limit the amount of water I take before bed, that helps me stay asleep. And that's the problem. I have a hard time falling asleep, but I also have a hard time staying asleep. So limiting my water helps. So I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate mail and a lot of hate in my comments, but I take medication. There's a lot of guilt and shame with anybody who takes any kind of mental health medication. I do take sleep medication, and you know what? I have a pretty big handful of therapist friends, and most of us do. I don't know if it's the amount of stress we have on our workload, or just the fact that we can't shut our brains off, or what, but it seems like a lot of us therapists have a hard time sleeping. If you're a therapist and have a hard time sleeping, please let me know in the comments below. I'd be really interested in here. But I do have a prescription. It does help me sleep. There are times it feels like my body doesn't like it anymore, and it rejects it. And so if that happens, then I'll go off of it for a while and get back on it. But this has saved my life, because I have gone from not sleeping several days in a row to being able to sleep, and it's due to medication. There's also melatonin. I'm a really huge fan of melatonin. Melatonin works in your body like circadian rhythms. excuse me, and it's going to help you fall asleep during times that maybe you're not falling asleep, like this when it's so light out in Alaska. So light out. Sometimes I listen to relaxing music. That helps me decompress and unwind. I listen to instrumental music, or kind of like yoga music, or like, you know, the music that you get when you're getting a massage. That's the kind of music I like to sleep to if I'm going to sleep to music. I usually can't continue to have music in the background while I sleep, but I do like it for a moment, so when I can relax and move, just kind of relax my body and shut off my brain. I also try to read before bed. I try to find something educational, but also something that could be kind of boring. So I just received my new training for Gottman Level 2 Marriage Counseling. And sometimes when I can't sleep, I just start reading something educational, but boring. So I did quite a few things to help me prepare to go to sleep. The one thing I haven't done yet is pray. I do that before I fall asleep. I do kind of a mantra prayer where I take really deep breaths in, like, and then when I take a deep breath in, I say a calming word, and it usually is faith-based. And then I exhale with something else that I say is faith-based. And it depends on what's going on that day or what's kind of on my heart. But so that adds in the meditation, the deep breathing, and just having gratefulness for the day. One other thing I've done that I didn't show you, but I will show you, is because Alaska time, the darkness does not tell me it's time to go to bed. I have to set an alarm on my phone at night to remind me when to go to bed, because I need to stick to a schedule, which is very helpful with getting a good night's sleep. Your body just needs to be in a schedule. And right now with this type of an environment, the darkness is not going to tell me to go to sleep anytime soon. So I have to force myself to go to bed even if I'm not tired. So anyway, you learned a little bit about mental health and sleep and what I do and what are some tactics. What do you guys do to help you guys sleep? Please let me know in the comments below, as I am always struggling and looking for new things. Thanks, you guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Bye. Good night.